In this problem, we're either supposed to change a bunch of equations in exponential form to log form, or the reverse of that, where they give us it in log form and we change it to exponential form. I'm going to do one of each. So the first one I'm going to do is one of the harder looking ones with a fraction here, 36 to the 1/2 power equals 6. To show you what that's going to look like in log form, let me move this down and show you the difference between exponential form and log form. So the difference between exponential form and log form looks like this. So I have the problem 36 to the 1/2 equals 6. In fact, let me just kind of move that up so that you can just see that at the top. So we have 36 to the 1/2 power equals 6. That's given in exponential form. That written in log form looks like this, where the base, b, gets dropped as a subscript, and then your input and output get switched position. So for example, x is the input into the exponential, but becomes the output into the log function. Same thing with the y. The y is the output of the exponential, but becomes the input of the log. So our problem, 36 to the 1/2 equals 6. The 36 is the base. It gets dropped down as a subscript, so it's going to be log base 36. The exponent, x, of a half gets moved over to the right side of the equal sign like this. And then y was 6 in this case. That becomes my input into the logarithm. So I need to type this into MathAS. To get the base of 36 on MathAS, let me show you. It can be a little tricky. You type in log. To get the base of 36, you need to use the underscore key, which is the key just to the right of the 0, but you need to hold the shift key. So holding shift, hitting the button on the keyboard just to the right of the 0 gives me an underscore. Then I type in 6, and then, 36, sorry. So that'll be my base. This would be log base 36, and then the 6 will be in parentheses just like the original problem. And now I need to write equals and then 1/2, so 1 divided by 2. Just to make sure that this is correct, I'm going to hit preview, and it is written exactly like I shown here, and it says syntax is okay. To go backwards from log form to exponential form, which most students are better, you go this base raised to this power gives this result. So it'd be 36 to the 1/2 equals 6, which is exactly what's written over here. 36 to the 1/2 equals 6. Not that this will definitely help, but maybe it'll help. I had a student once that takes exponential form and changes the log form by saying drop the base, meaning drop the base as a subscript, and then change the place because the x and the y changes place relative to the equal sign. So she used to chant to herself, believe it or not, as she's sitting at her desk, drop the base, change the place. And some students find that helpful. So the 36 is the base, it gets dropped, and then the 6 and the 1/2 change position relative to the equal sign. Let me do another one on the problem down here, but I'm going to do the one where we go backwards. In fact, let me do one like this, log base 8 of 32 equals 5/3. So like I said before, this is the base. Over here is the power, so it's 8 to the power of 5/3 should give us 32. So the way that should be written is like this. It would be 8 to the 5/3 equals 32. So here's our problem on the right. This base raised to this exponent gives this result. So 8 to the 5/3 equals 32. So we're going to type that in. I'm going to type in 8. Use the caret key, which is the shift 6 on your keyboard. To let the calculator know that the 5/3 both need to be in parentheses, you need to put 5 divided by 3 in parentheses. So the reason it needs to be in parentheses is so the computer knows that you're raising to the power of 5/3 and not just to the 5th power. So for example, if I didn't put parentheses and I hit preview, I would just get 8 to the 5th all divided by 3, and that's not what I want. So I'm going to put this in parentheses, and I'm going to hit preview. It's going to still give me a syntax error because I have not written an equation, but you can see it's still 8 to the 5/3 is correct. So I'm going to type in equals 32, hit preview, just to make sure that it looks exactly like what I have here, and it says syntax okay.